Okay, my friend Will here, and back again with another trade analyst video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Swiss franc Japanese yen. Once again, it is a previous idea I did a few weeks ago, and it blew straight through a level that I was looking at. I didn't get any sell signals around that level on my indicator, so with blowing straight up around a nice key psychological level around 185. And this video, I'm going to basically just break down the charts and show you why I think this move is extremely overextended, and we are going to get at least a mean reversion trade here down towards 180 or towards 178. So a nice 500 to 700 pip move from current levels. So we're going to break down the charts. And just going to show you exactly what I'm looking at when I'm analyzing the higher time frame charts. So first off, we're looking at the monthly chart here. So last month, the market blew straight through the 180 resistance, straight through it, closed above it, and this month we're making new highs. Remember, it is July, so it kind of is one of those months where we do get holiday movements, and this is what I think we've been seeing this month on the kind of Swiss franc Japanese yen. So we blew straight through 180. Also, what I'm looking at on, just going to load my TRFX King indicator, and this is the Bollinger Bands that I'm looking at here. We are outside the extreme of the extreme, which is the 30 and the 3. Normally, when you see the Bollinger Bands or price go up to this upper Bollinger Bands here, we get a strong sell-off. So that is one thing I'm also noticing on the monthly chart. Very, very overextended. We'll just draw some levels here. We can see this nice demand zone that was created down here and was verified at the end of June, with the market closing above the high, and July continues. This is a very, very strong area here where a lot of demand came into the market, was kind of been able to push the market from 166 up to nearly a 2,000 pip move up to the high there of 186. We have a couple of resistance levels here, which will act as support in the future. I just want to also draw to see if the fib levels line up with any of those areas there. We can see that this resistance, previous resistance, now support, lines up nicely with the 50 fib, and then the 180 high with the 23.6 fib level. So easy, nice, good targets there that we've drawn. Next, we're going to zoom down into the weekly. So what I'm noticing on the monthly charts, we can't look left and see any higher because this thing keeps on popping new highs. If we look at the weekly charts, okay, MACD is still very open. Notice from last week we are starting to get less volume on the MACD. This week we gapped down. We actually hit a low yesterday of 183.950. I thought that was the breakout. Then when we zoom into the lower time frames, you will see, well, it's not. This is an extremely overextended move. You can just see it's hanging there like a crane. Normally, when you see moves like that, then we get a nice mean reversal. No signals yet on the weekly. I'll also draw this kind of demand zone here. This will, what I'm just looking at the monthly charts, if it wasn't even zooming into the lower time frames, what you would expect to see here coming weeks ahead is maybe one final fake out, and then the market slowly progressing down to here and then down to there like that. But it'd be the first easy target should be around 180, and that's where I suspect buyers will come back into the market, maybe to pop new highs. If we look at the daily chart, okay, One thing you're noticing on the daily chart here is the MACD has crossed. Clear change of structure in the trend on the way up. You can see this thing was parabolic, moving straight up, no rest. What's actually starting to happen now from this red candle here, the 183.500 low, is the market's kind of moved into a distribution period. This is what we'll likely see, something like this start to occur now. On the weekly, what I've also noticed is, and the RFX King indicator is, again, from the previous video, I wanted to see signals on this indicator occurring down here. It hasn't. We have started to see them up here. We had one on this candle and another on this candle. It's indicating to me weakness. This pair, to me, high probability is that this pair is moving to the downside. If we zoom into we'll zoom down into the 8-hour chart here now. And see the MACD here trending down. See, this was a support here. The market broke down through it yesterday, quickly reversed back up. We are starting to see lower highs and lower lows on the 8-hour chart. Starting to see it like a trending market. This trend line is holding around 185.300. I do suspect we might break up above it and then get a fake out to the downside. But we are seeing, we've clearly entered into a sideways movement market, period of distribution. And probably something like this is next on the cards. My buyers will probably retail traders looking at candlestick patterns will probably be noticing that this may be a bull flag. Yeah, but just looking at all the other time frames, higher time frames, it is indicating to me that a sell-off down towards 180 is on the cards. Ever more so if we zoom into the 4-hour chart. Okay. See this clear trending market here. If we stick on the it's the 9 EMA. You can see the clear trending market, and as we've come up to this key psychological level, clearly overextended around 185, the market has started to move into a sideways period of distribution, creating lower highs and lower lows. Two options here is to wait for the breakdown and sell, or wait for the fake out up above 186 if it occurs, and then sell that on weakness. That is the play. And it's hard to really gauge where the top in this is going to be, but looking at all the evidence here from the monthly, the weekly, the daily, 8-hour, it all is pointing to a correction. It is extremely overextended. We are on the outside of the extreme volatility, our Bollinger Bands on the monthly charts, which kind of indicates a correction is on cards, at least down to 180, and that is what I'm going to be playing here. I have started to enter positions based on daily signals I'm getting. So stop losses, you kind of want it above. So if you put on your Bollinger Bands, kind of want it up towards 187. The easy target for this should be down around 180. So that is my analysis on the Swiss franc Japanese yen. I see this in the coming months and over the next year. Across all the kind of Swiss franc pairs, I kind of see this being one of the great macro trades. Coming Swiss franc weakness. If you look at the Swiss franc futures market, it is starting to sell off. So just something to look out for. But that is my analysis on the Swiss franc Japanese yen. Looking to sell it where we are now. Entering around 185, 185.500. Any moves above 186, I will enter again and sell on weakness. Targets is 180 and deeper corrections down towards 178. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Thank you. I'll see you in another video soon.